Okay, welcome back. So today, kind of following along the theme of cars, wanted to talk about the next step. So we cleaned the car yesterday. Today we're going to do a little bit of maintenance. A clean car doesn't go down the road necessarily if it's mechanically not in the correct shape. So there's a few routine tasks that you need to do, and these are going to be simple ones. Nothing complicated, just the things you should do between oil changes once or twice, just to keep an eye on. The older the vehicle is, probably the more often you want to do these things. But first, it's going to be checking the oil, and I'm not going to go into a lot of detail on this, but all the information is in the owner's manual. And if you what I want to do here is to kind of explain why you do some of the things. So the first thing is you park it on a level surface. That way you get an accurate reading on the dipstick. And then the next thing is you want to make sure the engine has been not running for a number of minutes. And the reason for that is when it's running, some of the oil's pumped up to the top of the cylinder, the valve covers, and so it takes time for that to drain back down so you get a consistent level. A cold engine, you also have another phenomenon known as creep, where the oil will kind of climb up the dipstick. So you always want to check it 2 times. So the first time you just ignore it, you pull the dipstick out, wipe it off, don't even pay attention to it, put it back in, pull it back out, and then you can look at these marks. So this mark means that's the lowest level that you're permitted to have. This is the maximum level. And as it turns out, this one is at the correct level, the maximum level. It's difficult to see, especially with these newer, thinner oils, but I prefer the older engines that had the cross-hatched dipsticks. They're a little bit easier to read. But hypothetically, if we were to need to add oil, this is on the Toyota Highlander. This is where you would add the oil. You would take a funnel, remove the cover, take a funnel, and add the oil there. But the main thing is you want to make sure you add the correct oil. And I'm currently using Mobil 1 Advanced Fuel Economy. Under the hood, it tells you right here, SAE 0W20, so you make sure you use 0W20. There is one more aspect to pay attention to, and there's the specification that the oil is rated to. And that specification in this case, in the manual, is, I need to look, but it's called ILSAC GF6A. And that corresponds to what's written on here, which is an API, American Petroleum Institute Service SP. So that means that we have the correct oil. So you would put the funnel, you'd add a little bit of oil, and then you check it again. The other thing this manual tells you is what the amount of oil is between minimum and maximum. So in this case, this manual says it's 1.9 quarts or liters, but basically we'll call it 2 quarts. So if it's halfway on the dipstick, then you need to add about 1 quart. So that's essentially what you would do there. And once you get it to the maximum mark and it's settled down, then you're good to go on the oil change. Should we move on?